Miss Pantry, and today I'm making enchiladas for 1 or 2 people. So I'm going to use my Ultra Pro cookware from Tupperware. This can go both in the microwave and in the oven. So I'm going to start these in the microwave and finish them in the oven. It saves me time. This is a perfect 9x9 size pan. Is a perfect size for me to have enchiladas and not have a huge batch, and I can share or have them as leftovers. They're best if you just make them and eat them, in my opinion. So I'm getting a clove of garlic here. I'm only going to make 4 enchiladas, so I don't need much. And give it a good whack on the cutting board and get rid of the skin. I've been craving beef enchiladas for a few days, and I'm like, okay, I need this. So I'm using homemade enchilada sauce, and if you would like to see how I make this, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section. I canned some about 3 years ago, well, 2.5 years ago, and I've had to modify the recipe. I'm just not crazy about it. I'll still use it in certain recipes, but it was a little sweet for my taste, and I like this version much, much better. I did this yesterday, and I should have done a video, but here you go. And I made just enough for this recipe and maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna use Thrive's shredded beef because I feel like having some shredded beef enchiladas. I've got about, let's see, about a little over a half a cup of water in there. I'm gonna take the seasoned shredded freeze-dried beef and put it down in the water. And I'm just gonna eyeball what I think I'm gonna need for 4 enchiladas. Okay. Now you notice the water is not covering, maybe you need to come in. So I'm putting about just shy of 2 cups. So about a half a cup per enchilada is gonna go in there. Let me bring you in close and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so we've got the meat here. I'm gonna grab a fork. The meat's gonna soak up that water pretty fast and refresh, but I also want to add some seasoning to it, so I'm gonna add my homemade enchilada sauce. And then we'll have plenty of flavor. Look how rich and delicious that looks. It is so good. Okay. And now this takes about 15 minutes for the meat to refresh, 10 to 15 minutes. But that gives us time to prep the rest of the ingredients that I need for the enchiladas, and they already look delicious, don't they? I do want some onion in this mixture, so I'm gonna dice up some onion and garlic. Let's set this aside. And I'm gonna use the chop and prep, little mini chopper with 1 clove of garlic and a half of a white onion. I absolutely love white onion. It's very mild. We're gonna put half of this white onion in, and I'm going to just make it a little easier for the chopper to do the rest of my job here. And we're gonna put that in. Of course, it helps if you are, there we go. Okay. Plop that in, and we're gonna give it a whirl. And here we go. And my onion is chopped. I'm gonna have it just a little finer because I might save some of this. Oh, look how pretty that is. I'm gonna reserve some of this for topping on these enchiladas after they're all done. I like to top with a little fresh onion. So bring this back over, and we'll just put about, well, let's see, about almost all of it. We're gonna leave that for the top, and yeah, that'll be perfect for topping that. And we'll get this mixed up as well. So you're gonna have that garlic and the onion, and It's just gonna be delicious. I can already tell this beef is almost ready to use, refreshed. And I love the seasoned beef because I don't have to slow cook this all day. And to have this small a portion, it would be very hard for me and kind of not very cost effective to run a crock pot or even, you know, an Instant Pot for a half an hour to shred meat. I would have to do enough to freeze back. So this is easy and convenient for me because it's just me, and I'm excited. So I'm gonna put my onion away here because it's starting to make me tear up. Just a little. All right, so now we're going to shred up our cheese. And we're gonna set this aside and the sauce aside for later and my onion. And we'll get this out of the way here. So I'm gonna bring over, what you guys have seen me use this before, and this is the Fusion Master Master Grate system. So I lock it down to the counter. This is locked in place. And now I'm gonna take the sheath off of this is the large grate. So take that and lock your handle on, and it's just like a thumb screw. Just screw it on there. So now it's ready to use. I've got Colby Jack cheese, and I'm doing way more than I'm gonna need for this recipe, but if I've got this out and I'm gonna dirty it, it takes so little time that I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, so now that we've got the cheese all grated up, I'm over at the stove and I've got corn tortillas. And I'm seeing if my oil is hot enough. It's just, you want to see some bubbles when you put that in. And this is just to soften these up so they're very pliable. And I'm going to tell you, if you skip this step, you're not going to get that restaurant flavor. And just as a disclaimer, I'm not saying these are authentic, but they're authentic Linda's Pantry. So just as soon as they kind of try to bubble up on you, go ahead and pull that out of the hot oil. I've got a, now see, we're tearing already. So I'm gonna take that one. I'll have to add a spare. Okay, so now it's time to go ahead with these tortillas and to get my stuff all rolled up. Now, you can dip them in the enchilada sauce. What I like to do, because it's pretty messy, I just spoon some over the inside there, and I'm doing it right in the on the plate that I put those. Get a good amount, depending on how healthy you want your enchiladas. I like mine pretty meaty. And you go all the way to the edges of your tortilla. So some cheese with my clean hand. And get that, oh, it's gonna be good. And then you're gonna take one side, tuck in, roll this up, and now we're gonna put that right in the pan, seam side down. How easy is that? See how pretty? Okay, now we're gonna just finish the rest of these. Now that we've got all of these wrapped, and I had enough meat for one more, so I went ahead, not to be wasteful, and I'm gonna pour my enchilada sauce down over the top of these. Be really generous, even though you've got it a little bit on the inside and on the meat, you wanna be generous with this. So I'm gonna use the rest of my pint jar. Don't they look good already? I'm so excited. This is gonna be good. And I'm gonna top this with some fresh goodies. So top with your cheese, and in the microwave it goes for 10 minutes. And while the oven is preheating, I'll have it in the microwave, and then I will finish it off in the oven. This cookware can go up to 465 degrees in the oven, so you're good to go. And it's non-stick. It's pretty enough to put on your table, and you can store with the lid in the refrigerator. So in the microwave with the lid on. You also, if you wanted to, you could invert your lid and cook some beans on top, or use the lid inside your oven with some beans. So, but I'm gonna have it just like this. This is enough to go off my diet for a couple of days. Anyways, okay. So let's get this in the microwave, and I'll preheat my oven to 400 degrees, and we'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Okay, so the microwave just went off and the oven just booped in, said it's at 425. So notice this is warm, but I can still take this out without pot holders. I don't need them for this. So this just gets it preheated and ready for the oven. Ooh, it's steamy. The cheese is already melted. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven for an additional 5 minutes and finish the cooking process, and we're ready to go. This is gonna be so good. And it'll kind of dissipate some of the extra liquid that's in here too, being in the oven. Okay, 5 minutes, that's it. So in 15 minutes, you have, or you could do the whole thing in the oven. You could do the whole thing in the oven. It would take 20 to 25 minutes at 425. The microwave just speeds up the process. So in the oven we go, and there we go. Woo, so excited. Okay, let's set our timer. So guys, this just came out of the oven and it's still piping hot. I'm gonna have to let it rest. Now I did add a little bit more cheese because if I'm gonna splurge, I want more cheese. And you can see this cut nice and crispy around the edge here. Oh, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna let this rest so I can get one out, and I will only eat one. But if you were serving, you know, somebody else that eats a little bit more, you'd probably serve them too. So these will be my dinner tonight and possibly my lunch tomorrow, and then I might share the others with my daughter. So that being said, I'm gonna top it with some white onion, maybe even some shredded lettuce, I'm not sure, but for the taste test, I'll leave it as bare and naked as possible. All right, I'll be back with the taste test. Okay, so I'm going in to grab one enchilada. Hopefully it comes apart here. Oh yeah, come on. Come on, baby. There we go. Whoop, the sacrificial burst. It actually broke apart. Darn it. Okay, that's okay. It is still gonna be delicious. And there we go, there's the other half. And I probably won't even eat all that. It could have sat a while longer, for sure. I'm gonna garnish my plate. Let me get my trivet over here, put that over there. And I'm going to garnish my plate. Yeah, I'll probably eat half of this with a little bit of white onion, fresh little bite of white and some green. And oh my goodness, I better get a picture while that cools off some more. Okay, I'm going in. I can't wait any longer. So I'm gonna get the edge that I know has the crispy brown cheese and plenty of beef. I mean, this is chock full of beef. Whoops, hopefully. Come on. Yeah, look at that. Shredded beef, yum. Okay. Wow. That is definitely reminds me of a really good Mexican restaurant. Guys, let me just tell you, this is beyond delicious. I'm so excited that I made this for you, and I hope you try this recipe. I hope it inspires you to try it this way. And I'm still gonna say again, you have to do the tortillas in the oil first, and then you can dip them in sauce if that's how you like to do it. But it just sends it to another level. And it's probably a naughty level, but it's so delicious. And the beef, to be really honest with you, Thrive's shredded beef is only 6 grams of fat, so you're actually not doing too bad. And I can't stop eating it. What a great dinner. All right, guys. I hope it inspires you to do this on your own. Tell me in the comment section if you make your own enchiladas. Do you make your own sauce? Do you like green enchiladas better than red enchiladas? Do you like a creamy sauce? Do you like chicken? What kind do you like? Let me know and share with others in the comment section below. And as always, guys, I can't wait to see you next time. And if you want to see how to make homemade enchilada sauce the way I do it, then come back, leave me a comment on that as well. I'll leave a link across the screen for the products that I used today. There'll be 2 different links, my Thrive link and my Tupperware link. So as always, I appreciate all of you that come over and patronize my websites, and I know that a lot of you are enjoying the new cookware and the other products that Tupperware has. So here you go. Here's another one. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, you need to subscribe, because these are delicious. I don't know who's going to help me eat all these, but yeah. I gotta have another bite.